Hey kids, it's your favorite math teacher again with another lesson, and today we're going to continue our unit on Unit 6, Quadrilaterals. And as you might have learned on the PowerPoint from the previous lesson, quadrilaterals kind of tells you its name and what it's all about. Quad, what does quad mean? That ATV they call the quad has four wheels, and so quadrilaterals have four sides. And we talked about parallelograms, rhombus, square, rectangle, trapezoid, and we also had trapezium on the last PowerPoint that we talked about. These are all the types of quadrilaterals that we're going to be studying throughout the unit. So here we've got two separate we have one quadrilateral that's broken up into two triangles. Now you might say, why do we do that, Coach Ferris? Well, it kind of gives us an idea or a reading on what the interior angles of a quadrilateral are going to equal. And we know what interior angles of a triangle are going to equal, which is what? Y'all all better have said 180 degrees because we just finished a unit on triangles. So we have two triangles. Our quadrilaterals are actually broken up, or can be broken up, into two triangles to determine the interior angle measure of a quadrilateral. Well, 180 plus 180 is equal to 360 degrees. And so that is the interior angle of quadrilaterals, 360 degrees. And if we go back, you can easily see how we can break up all of our quadrilaterals into two triangles. This is a method that we can use to help solve different types of problems that we see throughout this quadrilateral unit. Like this one. Here we've got 5x minus 20, 68 degrees, 4x minus 10, and 3x plus 10. And we need to solve for x and find the missing angle measures. Well, we can do that simply by coming up with an equation in order to solve for x. Do we know what the interior angles of a quadrilateral equal? 360 degrees, that's right. So what we can do is we can do 5x minus 20 plus 68 plus 4x minus 10 plus 3x plus 10 and set it equal to 360 degrees. It's my 360 ran off the board, but that's all right. We're going to combine our like terms, 5x, 4x, and 3x. 5 plus 4 is 9, 10, 11, 12, so we have 12x. And then we're going to negative 20 plus 68, addition with different signs, so we subtract, so we get 48. 48 minus 10 is 38, plus 10 is 48. So we have 12x plus 48 is equal to 360 degrees. So now all we have to do is subtract 48 to both sides. We get 12x is equal to 312. Make sure that's right. It is. 312. And then we divide by 12. And we get x is equal to 26. Now, are we done? No, we've got to take x and plug it in to each missing angle measure that we have. So we're going to start over here with 3x. 3 times 26 plus 10 is equal to 88 degrees. So this measure is 88. We're going to do the same thing with 4x. 4 times 26 minus 10 is equal to 94. So that is 94 there. And then 5x, 5 times 26 minus 20 is equal to 110. So now, in order to check our answer, we're going to take 88 plus 110 plus 68 plus 94. So let's add 68 up here. Add those all together and they better equal 360 degrees, and they do. So let's look at one more type of problem that we can solve here in order to figure out these quadrilaterals. So here we've got quadrilateral A, B, C, and D. And we're going to be given some information. We're going to be given that angle A is a right angle, so we know that that is 90 degrees. We're also going to be given that angle A, B, C is equal to 110 degrees. So we need to figure out what angle that is. Angle A, B, C. So that whole big angle there is 110 degrees. We need to keep that in mind. So as we start looking at this quadrilateral, we can see it's broken up into two triangles, and that's probably going to help us out here to solve this problem. So we've got 90 and 50, and we're missing this little angle here on this triangle. That should be easy enough to figure out. What's the interior angles of a triangle? 180 degrees. So we've got 90 plus 50, which is 140. Take 140, subtract it from 180, and we get a 40-degree angle. So we've got 40-degree angle here. Can we figure out this angle here? Sure. Since we know the whole angle is 110 degrees, we just take 110 minus 40, and we get 70. So now we know one of our three angles that we need from this triangle. So we know triangle again is 180 degrees. So we need to set up an equation. We've got x and x plus 24 and 70. So we'll do that. X plus 24 plus 70 is equal to 180, since all we're dealing with is this one little triangle. So we can combine our like terms. X plus x is 2x. 24 plus 70 is 94, is equal to 180. So we're going to subtract 94 to both sides. And 2x is equal to 86. Divide by 2. On both sides, x is equal to 43 degrees. So what do we need to do? Well, this angle here, because it'll show up here, is 43. And then we need to take 43 plus 24, and we get 67 degrees. So we've got a 40-degree angle here, a 70-degree angle, a 67-degree angle, 43, 50, and 90. If we added up all those, what should they equal? 360 degrees. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.